The Necromancer, Hunter, Stormcaller, and Mage of Shadows are currently the only mastery classes in World 0, but which is the most worth grinding for and which is the best? I'm going to rank the mastery classes based on how easy they are to unlock, dungeons, event bosses, and infinite tower. For the dungeon testing, I used the same pets, armor, and weapon perks. Yes, each of the classes have different optimal weapon perks, but I don't have multiple sets of every 0 weapon. I ran each class through 3 challenge mode nightmare dungeons. Starting with Volcano Dungeon on challenge mode, the Hunter finished in 253, Stormcaller in 252, Necromancer in 311, and the Mage of Shadows in 320. Next, for the Aether Fortress on Nightmare Challenge mode, I finished in 253 on the Hunter, 251 on the Stormcaller, 258 on the Necromancer, and 317 on the Mage of Shadows. And finally, for the Labyrinth on Challenge Nightmare mode, 217 on the Hunter, 225 on the Stormcaller, and 228 on the Necromancer, and 236 on the Mage of Shadows. From my testing, the clear winner was the Stormcaller. The Stormcaller's kit is perfectly made for Nightmare dungeons with Supercharge, Chain Lightning, and Storm Surge destroying packs of mobs, and the Thunder God Ultimate melting bosses. The Hunter comes in second place, and the only dungeon where the Hunter is better than the Stormcaller is where there are mini bosses midway through, like the Labyrinth and Treasure Hunt. This is because the Hunter has the strongest single target damage, but a hard time in AoE because the pets can make it difficult to group up packs of mobs. The Necromancer has very strong AoE damage, but I struggled against bosses because my Death Knights kept dying. The Mage of Shadows was the clear loser of all mastery classes. The AoE of this class, in my opinion, is weaker than all of the other mastery classes, and the boss damage is terrible. Fighting bosses with this class felt like a slog compared to the other masteries, which is a bit unfortunate because this class was once completely overpowered. World 0 occasionally has limited event bosses where upgrades are disabled, which means the classes with status effects or pets are much stronger than others. Going back to the Valentine event, the Hunter finished in 226, Stormcaller in 304, Necromancer in 238, and Mage of Shadows in 310 on challenge mode of the Cupid boss. And finally, for Infinite Tower, I only tested early floors. I wanted to see how fast each class could clear to floor 200, but maybe in a future video I'll test which classes are best for later floors. It took the Hunter 41 minutes and 42 seconds to get to floor 200, the Necromancer 42 minutes and 18 seconds, the Mage of Shadows 41 minutes and 27 seconds, and the Stormcaller was the fastest at 36 minutes and 6 seconds. So, which mastery is the best? Well, it's hard to say which is the one best because they're all good at different things. The all-around best class, I would say, is the Stormcaller. It's generally good at everything and the most worth unlocking first. The Hunter is the second best because it is really easy to unlock. The Spirit Archer is already a really strong class for dungeons, which makes the grind for this class pretty fast. When the Hunter first came out, it was very bad, but it has been buffed and it is pretty good now. The Hunter is by far the strongest class for limited event bosses and pretty good at Infinite Tower and Nightmare Dungeon grinding. The next class I recommend unlocking is the Necromancer. This has the potential to be the best dungeon clearing class, but it's not really great at Infinite Tower or event bosses. My main problem with the Necromancer is that the Death Knights are your main source of boss damage, and if they die, you are pretty much screwed. But it is the tankiest mastery class and the only true melee mastery. So if you like melee classes, then this is the one for you. The grind is also not too bad. It is definitely a lot better than grinding out floors of Infinite Tower with the Mage of Light, but I don't think it's as easy to unlock as the Hunter. The Mage of Shadows is the one class I would say is no longer worth unlocking. The grind is very tedious on the Mage of Light, and the class doesn't stand out at anything. Mage of Shadows is pretty terrible at boss damage. The only thing that Mage of Shadows is good at now is slowing down packs of mobs and high floors of Infinite Tower, but I don't think many people enjoy Infinite Tower anyways, so I don't see any point in playing or unlocking this class. And there we have it. Sorry for not uploading for the past 3 months. I've been very busy with school and work. Also, the new update's pretty cool. See ya!